y'all, this is Andrea, and in this video I want to talk about why your fibro does not show up on lab work or lab testing. And my understanding is that fibromyalgia patients will go through intense amount of test and lab work and all sorts of stuff to try to figure out what's wrong with them, and nothing structural shows up on those tests. They may have certain low levels of certain things, but the doctor may be like, well, I don't really understand why these levels are low in this area, right? Or, I don't know why you have a low count on this or why you have a low count on that. So the thing about fibromyalgia is that fibromyalgia, just like so many autoimmune diseases, they call them autoimmune because, well, although fibromyalgia isn't considered an autoimmune, it mimics an autoimmune disease. So the reason why they call them autoimmune diseases or idiopathic diseases, which is where they basically call it idiopathic and they're saying they don't know what's causing this, it's idiopathic. So as if just out of the blue, your body is just having these symptoms, right? So the reason why, fibromyalgia, along with these other autoimmune diseases, is that there is times are changing, but I know that there's doctors that are catching on to this. It's not very common, but it's starting to happen where doctors are catching on to this, that there is a mind-body connection between the mind and the body. Okay, it's been confirmed. It's been confirmed, and especially if you're like into epigenetics or quantum physics or quantum mechanics, or if you're into if you're into like the mind-body connection, if you go down that rabbit hole, you are going to very clearly understand and see that your mind and your body have a connection, which means that the thoughts that you are having are absolutely influencing your body. Okay? And I know that we don't grow up knowing this. We don't grow up knowing how important and just impactful our thoughts are. Now, the reason why your fibromyalgia is not showing up in these lab tests, it's not a structural problem, is because your fibromyalgia, even though you feel it in your physical body, fibromyalgia starts in the mental and or emotional body. And these mental and emotional bodies that we have, it's the energy within us. Okay, so it's been confirmed, first of all, to begin with, that water holds memory. They've ran experiments and they have shown and proven that water holds memory. We are 70% or more water, our bodies are. And if they're able to basically imprint intentions into water, what do you think your own thoughts are doing to your own body? So the reason why nothing is showing up in these lab tests and doctors can't figure it out is because they do not recognize you as a whole being. They don't recognize you as a spiritual being, that yes, you do have a body, but you have a mind, which you have thoughts, you have emotions and feelings, and as we all know, emotions are just energy in motion. Okay, and there's so much more to you than you just being like this flesh and bone human. There's much more to you. And so when you finally manifest a disease like fibromyalgia that has a wide range of just very strange and almost even bizarre symptoms, it's not because there's something structurally wrong with your physical body. That's why they will never find fibromyalgia in your body. It's not like a virus, right? They test it and you come out positive and they're like, oh, you got a virus. Like, it's in your body, it's in your physical body. Fibromyalgia is not a structural problem. Fibromyalgia is a problem of the mental and emotional bodies. And the way that you access your mental and emotional bodies is through your mind. And I don't want to bore you and explain, hypnosis and hypnotherapy and things of that sort, but there is a certain form of therapy, which is what I do to help access your mental and emotional body, in which you can then sort out this problem that you call fibromyalgia, which is really an umbrella term for all these weird, strange symptoms that you feel in your body. Does that make sense? So I'm sorry to say this because this might sound cruel, what I'm about to say, but somebody has to speak the truth. And the truth is that I really don't believe they're ever going to find a cure to fibromyalgia. I really don't. Because they're chasing a ghost. They're chasing a ghost because they're trying to fix the wrong thing. They're trying to find the problem in the body, in the physical body. The problem is not in the physical body. It's in the mental, emotional body, which can be accessed through your subconscious mind. How do you access your subconscious mind? Through this therapy that I do. Your subconscious mind translates into your body, and you're feeling these feelings, these symptoms in your body. But it's not in your body. It's in your subconscious, which holds your mental and emotional bodies. So I hope that is easy to understand. I don't know which other way I could describe it. I'm not a teacher. I don't teach this sort of thing. I just know these things, and I'm trying to, explain them the best way I can. But they are never going to find a cure for fibromyalgia, such as a pill or a capsule or any form of physical therapy, because the problem isn't in your body. It's in your mental, emotional bodies. And until you can accept that and be like, okay, I do have a mental, emotional body. I do have a body of thoughts that I hold within my body. I do have a body of emotions that I hold within my body, your physical body. So until you can maybe accept that there is more to you, that you are a spiritual being, that you're not just flesh and bone, and that these other more spiritual aspects to you, if you have never done any form of healing or therapy on them, these other aspects of you need that. Just how you do upkeeping with your physical body, right? You check your lifestyle, you check your diet, you make sure you're drinking water. Not just that you're drinking water, but you're drinking good quality water, right? Just how you take care of a physical body, if you want to be in decent health, you have to take care of these other bodies. And the way you take care of these other bodies isn't going to be the exact same way you take care of your physical body, because these other bodies, your mental and emotional, are spiritual or energetic. It's made up of energy. So this might sound a little bit far-fetched for some people, especially if you have never been exposed to this kind of information or this kind of train or school of thought. But this is why they haven't found a cure to fibromyalgia. And this is why I just don't believe they ever will, because they're chasing a ghost, essentially. They're looking in the wrong place, at the wrong thing. They're completely off. Fibromyalgia is, from the patterns I have seen, women with fibromyalgia have experienced a lot of trauma in their life, whether it was in their childhood or in their adulthood, doesn't really matter. It could be very intense things like divorces or losing a child or a death in the family that just really impacted them greatly, or car accidents, any kind of maybe major surgeries or major physical accidents. Maybe they were in a car accident, maybe they got domestic abuse for many years or something, very intense circumstances and situations that are very traumatic to the human being. I find that a lot of these women have gone through very traumatic circumstances, and that is right there, that is such a red flag. That immediately tells me that this fibromyalgia, one of the prerequisites you have to fibromyalgia is some form or many forms of trauma. So I'm sorry to say, I personally do not believe that they're ever going to find a cure to fibromyalgia because they're trying to treat the wrong aspect of you. They're looking at your physical body and completely forgetting and ignoring that you're a human being and you have emotions and feelings and thoughts. And you go through experiences in your life, and some of those experiences are going to be traumatic. And stress, especially chronic stress, chronic trauma, is detrimental to the human being in so many different ways. And when that goes untreated, which is what I tend to notice a lot with women with fibro, when that goes untreated for years and years and years, at some point their body starts to scream out basically for help with all these weird, strange symptoms that they just can't explain why or how they're getting these. And I'm telling you, trauma can do that to you. It can do that to your body. So if you have any questions about what I do, feel free to reach out, and I'll talk to you guys soon.